Shabbat Shalom, everybody. As we start singing, I'm going to send these around the room. This one is grape juice. This one is sangria. I'm told it's homemade, and then distributed. That could be a cut, you know. This is sangria, and this is grape juice. I'm just going to start sending these around as we start to sing. And if you would like to take some fruit of the vine, please do. La ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la Shabbat Shalom, my friends. My name is Cantor Isaac Sana de Sor. I'm bringing love from the rest of our clergy team who are coming and going in different configurations throughout the office, but please know I carry the love of our entire team, and although I'm piloting here somewhat on my own, I'm so grateful for my co-pilot Kobe Hayon and for Andrew Yanchishin for broadcasting us here in the room in our new sound system here in the CJL. You might notice that you are surrounded by our sound rather than those two big speakers that are kind of blasting you with sound. It's a much kind of gentler kind of experience, and so we're so excited for that, and thank you to Andrew for pulling this off. And we'll be joined on the Bima by Rachel Underweiser, who will be offering us some words of Torah and some music of Torah as well this evening. My friends, this is a Shabbat of endings and a Shabbat of beginnings. This is one of those rare alignments of the cosmos and of sacred time and of Torah when the new moon happens to fall on Shabbat at the same time that we close the book of Numbers, which is the closing of the Israelites wandering through the wilderness. This new moon, this new Hebrew month, is the month of Av. This is regarded as perhaps the heaviest of all of the Hebrew months, as the heat of the dog days of summer is quite literally weighing on our bodies. This is when we mark the ancient destruction of Jerusalem and of numerous calamities in our people's history. And sadly, we know the weight of these days all too well. Jewish tradition believes that it is important to make space to sit under this weight together. Just as the prophet Isaiah teaches that we will arise together and we will shake off this dust together. And it is on this soon to be very dark night that we boldly welcome any and all causes for celebration. There is no cause too small. So do we have any simchas, any smachot, any reasons for rejoicing in our community this evening? We would love to hear them. Oh, come on, nothing too small, folks. God bless. That's beautiful, Gail. Thank you so much. And welcome to Eric, please. Where are you going? Oh, that sounds absolutely beautiful. Randy, thank you so much. And Jerry, thank you. You're still sitting together. It's good. It's great. It's great. Any other causes for rejoicing, friends? Please, Andy. How is that possible? that that 7 months. We were 1 month. We were 1 month apart. Oh my gosh! Happy half revolution to Bennett. That's absolutely amazing. Oh, how wonderful! My friends on. Oh! Please, Eleanor. That is absolutely amazing. Is she going? Is she traveling far? We can work with that. About a half hour. That's fabulous. That's great. That's great. Mazel tov on endings and beginnings. Wow. Please, Bruce. Shehechianu. Wow. And you didn't let him. You would never. Of course not. Of course not, Bruce. Of course not. That's amazing. Wow. That, my friends. Let's bring with the light of your smiles. Let's bring a little bit of light, and perhaps Underweiser family, would you like to come up and kindle some lights for Shabbos? Here, I'll get you started. Okay, go for it, please. Amen. Love the melody. Beautiful. My friends, if you would lift up your cups, or simply just a place of joy in your heart, and we can make Kiddush together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh HaShabbat. We'll begin this evening with the melody that surrounded us as we entered this space. This is a melody for the season of Av. It's a bit of a mournful melody, but there's a beautiful lilt in it. There's a bit of a dance, learning how perhaps we might still find a way to dance as we welcome in Shabbat, albeit perhaps a heavier Shabbat. Yalla, yalla, la, 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 ya. Ya, la, la, ya, la, 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 la. Ya, la, 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 ya, la, 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 la. Ya la la ya la la ya la la ya ya la ya la ya la 138, Lecha Dodi. Let's welcome in the Shabbat bride together. Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi. Ya la 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 Likrat Kala. Ya la 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 Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Ya la 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 Lecha Dodi. Ya la 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 Nikrat Kala. Ya la 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 Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor bediburecha hishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet belitila. Ya la la Lecha Dodi. Ya la la Likrat Kala. Ya la la Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. Ya la la Lecha Dodi. Ya la la Likrat Kala. Ya la la Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 5. Hitoreri. Kevod Adonai alayich nigla. Ya la la Lecha Dodi. Ya la Likrat Kala. Ya la Pnei Shabbat. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha u'b'tzola toch emunei am segula. Boi chala Ya la Lecha Dodi. Ya la Likrat Kala. Ya la 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 la, b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Ya la 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 la, lecha dodi. Ya la 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 la, likrat kala. Ya la 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 la, b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Page 146. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 la la la. You may be seated. At the new moon, March Piercy. We greet the moon that is not gone, but only hidden, unreflecting, interned, and introspective, gathering strength to grow as we greet the first slim nail pairing of her returning light. Don't we understand that the strength that wells out of retreat? We need a large pattern of how things change. The coil of the moon, the epicycling wheel that grows fat and skinny, advances and withers, 4 steps forward and 3 back, and yet nothing remains the same, for the mountains are piled up and worn down, for the rivers eat into the stone, and the fields blow away, and the sea makes sand spits, and islands and carries off the dune. Let the half-day festival of the new moon remind us how to retreat and grow strong, how to reflect and learn, how to roll and turn and pull the tides up when we need them, how to come back each time we look dead and make a new season shine. A sliver, a quarter, a half, then full light, revealing yourself in the darkness of night. And we go round and round and round, and we go round and round. A sliver, a quarter, a half, and then whole, renewed by your presence, touching the soul. And we go round and round and round, and we go round and round. Baruch atah Adonai, Amari v'aravim. Blessed the one beyond all time and space, who causes the evening to gleam. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. And you shall love with all your heart, all your soul, all your might. Page 154. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu hadevarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ושיננתם לפניך, ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Page 158, our people's song of freedom and hope even in the darkness of the new moon, led by Miriam, of course, on her toph, on her drum, played so beautifully by Kobe on his toph. Ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha netar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osei pele, nora tehilot osei pele. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, okei hayam nifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze'elianu ve'ameru, ze'elianu ve'ameru. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. Page 160. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Hamidenu Shomereinu leChayim Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom Hamidenu Shomereinu leChayim. Page 164, you are invited to rise. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Adonai, Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid, Tchilatecha, Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak ve'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim Pekonei Hakol Vezocher Chasdei Avot Ve'imahot Umevi Geula Lifnei V'neihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham Bezrat Sarah Ata Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechayei Akol Ata Rav Lehoshia Morid Hatal Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed Mechayei Akol Berachamim Rabim Somech Nofelim Berofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umkayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umido Melach Melech Meimit Umechaya ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה, אדוני, מחיי הכל. 170. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יעללוך סלע. ברוך אתה, אדוני, האל הקדוש. We will continue with a few moments for your own silent prayer, whether the words of the Siddur or the words inscribed in your heart. Shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru Shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. Maybe so. My friends, it's my pleasure to get to invite up our Darshanit for this evening, Rachel Underweiser, a third-generation member of WRT, together with her grandparents, with her parents, and of course, with her two siblings, with Ethan, who is joining us via live stream, and we know is singing along with us over the air, and of course with Abby, and welcome home from Scotland, and we're grateful to have you here for a couple more weeks before you return across the pond. Rachel studied creative writing and theater and Jewish studies, and in her spare time at Johns Hopkins did a minor in music over at the Peabody Conservatory across the street. And you'll get to hear, you've already heard some of her beautiful musical offering this evening, and we'll hear her words of Torah. And what you'll hear in just the beauty of how Rachel writes, that she is a media professional and owns her own media company called Green Street Creative, though name may still be in process. And so we're still working on that. And we're so happy that you have agreed to come and speak with us and share some of your Torah with us this evening. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Thank you so much, Isaac. I've had a wild week, and he very much cheered me on to do this anyway, and I'm very, very grateful that I am. So, thank you. Shabbat Shalom. Matot Maseh is a two-part parsha that outlines the borders, boundaries, and vows made in the aftermath of war, unlocking a profound question. How do we move forward? How do we divide the land between the tribes, between our neighbors? How do we ensure peace? As Jews living in July 2025, we find ourselves in an eerily similar situation with the war in Gaza. Whether it's in weeks or whether it's in months, we're approaching a time when our hostages will be returned and Israel will withdraw its troops from Gaza. And then we must contend with the same questions as our ancestors once did. What comes next? This May, I gathered in the Catskills with a group of 30 Jewish nonprofit and extremism communication professionals to discuss this exact question. How can we plan for a day when the war ends? How do we repair and rebuild in Israel and at home? Together, we sat around a giant sheet of paper with the phrase Gaza Day After written in big letters to kick off the brainstorming. All the key players were there, the alphabet soup organizations, and the more covert Israeli and international tech companies working to combat disinformation and extremism. We brainstormed answers to questions like, which journalists should we call for assistance? Who has Palestinian contacts in Gaza, in the West Bank, in the mainstream media? How do we ensure food, aid, and medical treatments are accessible? How will this show up on college campuses? How will this show up in office buildings? How will this impact our government? And then, that night, while sitting around a campfire deep in conversation about hope and partnerships, all of our phones lit up. Before the news had officially broken, our group had learned that two young Jewish people were murdered outside of the Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C., at an American Jewish Committee event. Their names were Yaron Lashinsky and Sarah Milgram. We know how Jewish geography makes the world feel incredibly small, but Jewish geography within the field of Jewish advocacy is something else. Everybody knows everybody. And everybody at that campfire knew someone present at that event in Washington, D.C., myself included. I'd met Sarah 3 weeks prior to this moment in New York City. We sat together at the far end of a long table filled with young Jewish professionals. She was stunning. She had fiery red hair and silver rings. She was obsessed with her golden doodle. Over the course of dinner, we bonded over a shared passion for bridge building. She told me about her Muslim-Jewish fellowship in Morocco. I told her that I was heading to Israel that week with a group of Black Jewish Coalition. We both believed the future of peace building was in fostering genuine friendships. We swapped packing tips and outfit ideas. I promised to take many pictures and report back with recommendations for her trip in June. As we were both part of AJC Access, we left dinner with a casual, "See you soon." Sarah wasn't just a person I met at a dinner. We sat together and talked openly about losing friends after October 7th and the messy work of diplomacy. We got deep, fast, and I'll forever be changed for meeting her. I've long believed in the power of intentional connection to create change. So I find it interesting that the Torah is so concerned with borders and boundaries when what we really need are better bridges. For the past year, I've worked alongside CNN political commentator Van Jones in building the Exodus Leadership Forum, an effort to reduce polarization and preserve democracy through repairing and rebuilding the Black-Jewish Alliance. We do this through hosting dinners. We bring a curated list of Jewish people, Black people, and Black Jews together to have deep conversations about identity, experiences of othering in society, and the complex ways in which forces have tried to tear our communities apart. When our communities do work together, magic happens. Think of the NAACP, the Urban League, the Voting Rights Act. These partnerships have changed the world. Each Exodus Over Dinner event is designed to make people practice friendship and gratitude through intentional, structured conversation. My favorite part of the dinners is how it starts. After the opening remarks, participants around a small table are asked to light a candle in honor of an ancestor. The prompt asks them to think of a person who is no longer alive, who had a positive, powerful impact on your life. Ideally, someone who inspired you to create positive change in the world. I'm sure there's a person that comes to mind for each of us right now. So I invite you to take a moment to think about them and how they have impacted you. Throughout the dinner, the candle sits flickering, a reminder that by coming together simply to engage in dialogue, you're carrying on the legacies of those who came before us. By promising to be curious and open, you're living out the Jewish commandment of Tikkun Olam. You're doing the work to repair the world. The dinner continues with sharing stories, a personal experience of anti-Black racism and/or anti-Semitism, and what we wish the other knew about our lived experiences. The dinner ends with an appreciation circle. People cry. Major economic leaders and celebrities leave our dinners with phone numbers and business plans. People leave with hope. I found that the secret sauce isn't directly in our messaging or our public leadership or our curated dinner experiences with guided questions and outstanding trained facilitators. The secret sauce is in the coming together. It's in the power of being seen and taking the time to see someone else. Together we form what we call a double helix of hope for humanity, and that power is terrifying to those who wish us ill. Now, we may not have the political sway to draw borders or influence national security, and if you do, please let me know. But we do have the power to break down walls within our communities and beyond. It doesn't need to be huge. You don't need this mission to become your career. You don't even need to leave the room to do it. We can start flexing this muscle of allyship tonight with the members of this community who've taken time out of our busy weeks to sit together and to pray. Because while we do need allies outside of the Jewish community, we need to do a better job at building friendship, allyship, and partnership within our own community too. When was the last time you avoided a conversation with another Jewish person because you were worried about who they might have voted for or didn't vote for, or because of a social media post they'd shared about Israel? I know I have. So at our own egg, and throughout the rest of your Shabbat, throughout the rest of your week, I challenge us to talk to someone new, and to promise to be vulnerable. Promise to tell people your story, your ancestry, your humanity. Promise to share how you feel, your anger, confusion, and conflict over what's happening in the Middle East and at home. Be curious, ask questions, invite them over for dinner. In Maseh, there's an equal amount of focus given to the borders and boundaries between the Jewish tribes of Israel as there is given to the borders between us and our neighbors. Why? Because the Torah assumes that not all Jews want the same thing. The Torah assumes that not all Jewish people will inherently get along just because they're Jewish. God knows that we are all different and anticipates conflict. So if someone doesn't think like you or vote like you, great. You're Jewish. Keep talking anyway. Keep caring anyway. Even though Matot Maseh sits at the very end of the Israelites' journey through the wilderness, right now, right before the Jewish people finally enter the land of Israel, we know the Jewish story doesn't end with the lines drawn in the sand. We know the Jewish people will be removed from Israel again and again and again. There will be new enemies and foreign leaders, intermarriage, the invention of electricity. So much will still happen, and we will still be here because we stand together. So when the day inevitably arrives, and it will, when a line is drawn in the sand and men in far-off places sign a document, we know we're not done, not even close. It's possible that Stephen Schwartz said it best. We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly but truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. Shabbat shalom. Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray reaching towards the day. We can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men.
We may not reach the ending, but we can start slowly but truly mending, brick by brick, heart by heart. Now, maybe now, we start learning how we can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men. Rachel, thank you so much. Rachel, we thank you for this message of repair, of rebuilding, of healing. In the same spirit, let us offer our prayers of healing and renewal for all those in our lives who suffer in body, in mind, and in spirit. May our prayers here renew our resolve to show care for all of those who hurt, those closest to us, those we may not know, and yet we have the ability to ease their suffering through our own action. there is a name that you are holding in your heart this evening, I invite you to share their name aloud at this time. Sorry. This evening, our WRT community is especially thinking of Dr. Leonard Vinnick, Victor and Susan Shedlin, Jeffrey Millman, Nancy Carver, Herbert Stanley Rubin, Shelley Nadler, Miriam Friedman, and Alexandra Richmond. The words of our prayers for healing may be found on page 371. Shebeirach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishebeirach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Aleinu Shabeach. It is on us to affirm all that is holy in this world. Page 586. You are invited to rise. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, la'tekedu la'leotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu k'mishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vekor aleinu kechol hamonam. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. Although the action of the events of Torah end with this week's portion, with the conclusion of this Shabbat, we begin another book, a final book, an epilogue. It is the book where Moses looks back on the journey, remembering, misremembering, trying to make meaning out of it all, to teach the next generation what all the struggle was for. Many of us are here tonight because the events of our loved ones' lives have concluded. And yet we journey on with them. We reflect on their lives and their place in ours, finding new ways that they live on within us. Throughout this Shabbat, just as we would do over an Exodus over dinner, I hope that you might share out loud at our oneg, or when you go home, just how your loved one continues to shape you. For the mourners in our midst, I invite you in the following order to rise. Ivy Rader, wife of Bruce Rader, mother of Danielle and Rochelle Rader, and daughter-in-law of Harriet Rader. Shea Chao-Zong, father of Shuling Shea Smith. Geraldine Merkzimmer, mother of Greg and Harold Merkzimmer. Michael Block, son of Myrna Block, and brother of Matthew Block and Brenda Mudd. Daniel J. Simon, brother of Allison Meltz. Juan Thierer, brother of Laura Thierer. Linda Bodian, mother of Dan Polish. Larry Plitnick, father of Samantha April. And for all those for whom this evening marks the yahrzeit, the anniversary of their loved one's passing, Else Adler, Jonathan Simon Austin, Frida Bosses, Paul Brichta, I. Elmer Ecker, Arthur Epps, William German, Louis Gingold, Mark Gitlin, Sam Glazer, Natalie Goldstein, Beatrice Gover, Judith Green, Esther Gruber, Fred Haber, Joseph C. Harris, Benjamin Hoffman, William B. Yeager, Estelle Jaffe, Leo Kaplan, Sylvia Kelton, Carol Kerner, Betty B. Kessler, Sandra Kreiselman, Lawrence Levine, Samuel Melamed, William S. Miller, Theodore Morse, Elaine Lee Novak, Carol Forsheimer, Sadie Rosenberg, Jim Rothenberg, Joseph Rubens, Fred Rudin, Harriet Sayer, Ralph Shaler, Diane Silk, Louis Simberkoff, Beatrice Smiley, Elizabeth Herman Smith, Irving Spivak, Beatrice Steyer, Burton Strauss, Miriam Tsetsis, Richard A. Zellner. If there is a name that you would add to these memorials, or a name that I have inadvertently mispronounced, would you please share their name and rise at this time? I invite the congregation to rise in support of our mourners. The words of the mourner's Kaddish may be found on page 598. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'yizman kariv ve'yamru, Yehei shmei Rabbah mivarach, le'olam u'lalmei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha parichu, la'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'yamru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'yamru amen. Zeh shalom bimromav, huya aseh shalom aleinu. Ose shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru, ve'imeru. You may be seated. It's been my pleasure this evening to get to share the bima with my friend Kobe Kayon. Thank you so much for coming to pray with us this evening. A big thank you again to Andrew for making this whole room sound so alive with spirit. Thank you to Helene Lorinsky and to Vicky Kravitz for greeting us so warmly today. Just a few announcements before we sing a little bit together and then break bread together. There will be Torah study tomorrow morning. We will be led in minyan and in study by our guest teacher, Rabbi Jonathan Blake, who will be leading us tomorrow, both online or in person here at WRT. I will be offsite at a family nature Shabbat experience. I can't say over the internet where we will be, but if you come and find me afterwards, I will gladly tell you where we will be meeting tomorrow morning. If you would like to come for a gentle nature walk and some meditation, it is also for young children, so bear that in mind, but should still be a lovely time. A week from this evening will be Tisha B'Av, the 9th of the month of Av. We're going to be doing a special commemoration with our friends at Sha'arei Tikva, beginning at 8 p.m., where this will be an evening of some singing, of some reflection, of some talking, and voicing some of the pain of the devastating things happening in our country and in our world, and how we can move forward in some way together, even when we don't all see eye to eye. Really encourage you to come to this program if you are able to. That's on Saturday, August 2nd. A few days later, for something completely different, will be Summer Stage at Kol Ami. This year's theme, if you've heard it here before, is going to be country music. Rabbi Plakow is actually on vacation in Boston right now, quite literally picking out her cowboy hat, or her cowgirl hat. So come to see that. And that's going to be over at Kol Ami at 7 p.m. on August 6th. My friends, let's rise and perhaps we'll sing a song marking the end of this book of Torah. Chazak, chazak, b'nit chazek. May we be strong and stronger together. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Be strong and let us celebrate our lives. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Be strong and let us celebrate our lives. Be strong and let us strengthen one another. Chazak, 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 v'nit chazek. Friends, let's break bread together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom, Chodesh Tov, a good month to everyone.
Which one? This one? It's a Rick. It's called Rick. R-I-Q. It's Mesopotamian nationality. from Brazil.